so this is a quick mono printing lesson. Now, what you want to do before you start any exercise like this, because speed is of the essence when you're mono printing, you've got to print off this Perspex sheet before the paint dries. You've got to get the paint on quickly and then print it off before it has a chance to dry on the sheet. So get everything set up, get your setup going. Squeeze out your paints, look at what you're going to paint and think to yourself, have I got the colours that I want for what I'm about to paint, and have them out on your plate so you're all ready to go. This is going to be random, it's going to be rough, and it's going to be an accident. We embrace the accidents. So we're starting off, and I've got a photo of peonies here and I've got some flowers there. So I've got 2 points of reference here. I'll just turn this around a bit, and I'm going to quickly start putting in my vase. And the vase, I can't see a lot of it, and I don't want to see a lot of it. So it's coming in here like this, and I'm getting some paint on quickly. Getting some shading coming here. And this is where the vase is coming off the page here. And this might do me for that for the moment. Now I've quickly got to get my flowers in. So I'm painting like this. I'm getting some flowers in here. And I'm going to rub the colours together so it doesn't matter that I've got some rough bits in here. I want them to be fairly, I've got a dark in there coming in. And I've got another one here coming like this. Then I'll get a cleaner brush, come in with more. Oh, I didn't put the white out. Stop. All right, so I'm coming in and I'm putting in these flowers pretty randomly like this. I'm coming in making a new pink here. And I'm going to have a different coloured flower up there. Oh, I don't like that colour, so I'm going to change it a bit, make it a bit brighter. Okay, here's a flower, another flower, something down here. And then I want to have some darks, get my darks in. Remember to always put your darks in. You need them everywhere. You want some darks. Darks. Dark. 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 And then with my green. This could be a real mess. We don't know, because the whole thing is it's an accident and we just don't know how it's going to work out. But we've got, the only thing we can do is trial and error. I might put some blobs of pink. That's not the pink I want. I want this pure pink. And I might put some blobs of orange, which I didn't put out. So here's my pink. I might draw around with it like this to make another flower. Here, there like that. Putting a big yellow in. I'll put some centres in. Alright, oh, I hate that one. Alright, so let's just do a runoff quickly. We might give it a bit of a spray. We don't want too much, just to make sure it's still dry, still wet. And I've got my paper. Now, what I want to do is put my paper down here, and I'm going to put this on top, and that's way I can see where I'm going to place it. You always want to have more space at the top than you have at the bottom. And then you press it down. Then you'll turn it over. And you'll rub it with your burren here. Your burren is a bamboo, and it just smooths out evenly all over. You lift off. And see what you've got. Now, I mightn't think that's enough. I might want to put more in. So I can paint more. I might think, all right, I actually want to put more vase down here. I might want to paint more flowers in. I could come in and paint over the top of it differently, or I could just do another piece. I'll leave that one there. Did I bring another piece of talking again? Okay, and now I'm adding a bit more water, a bit more tinted down colours, and I'm coming in here to just add a bit more into it. I thought when I looked at that last one, it could have a little bit more interest. The flowers could be more. I could come in with my fingers and really get stuck into this, which is quite fun because I can really get the paint on now. And I might come in and put some, I think it needs a bit of red. So I'm putting them in.
So how many can you do from one?
I can print over the one I've done. I can do a whole series. It's a monoprint. Every time you print it,
the clue is in the name.
It is, but every time you print it, it's a one-off. But I can keep printing over the same thing. And so I'm going to put more blue on here.
I love it. It's so kind of free and easy.
And maybe I might put a few dots of red on. Okay, let's have another go. We'll put a bit more water on. Onto the paper. Oh, I've already got a dirty mark on it, so it's not much use. So I know what I've got.
You could use a whiteboard eraser, or you could use other things for that.
Anything like this. You can use your hands. But often your hands are dirty, and if you keep this clean, you're going to then lift it up. This is the fun part.
Oh, I like that one. Let me come in a bit closer.
You don't want it to run too much, so I'm going to run it back again because there was a lot of water. See, there's a lot going on there, and I could do a lot more to that. Now, what I can do here
I love that.
is I can decide I'm going to make more of a jug. So I could actually come down here. I'm now going to put my gel plate on here, and I'm going to paint my jug again down. So it's much bigger. I want it bigger.
Yep.
And I'm getting more paint on. Here, put more blue in. Alright, so this is my jug. And that will go on. And I might put a few more red dots on. I like the red dots on it. You can see how fast I'm being and how random I'm being. Alright, now I'm taking this. I'm printing it. I needn't print it on the floor, but it's just easier. And I'm putting it on top of the jug I've already got.
Even if you had a smaller piece of glass, you could do that.
You could do it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've got a bigger jug.
Yeah.
If I'd done it on the table with a burrum, I would have rubbed it off better.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
But now I could say to myself, okay, I've done that. Now I might want more green leaves coming down. I'm thinking that there could be a few more. I've actually got a few printing plates, and so I quite like having a few because I can play around. So I might just do a whole lot of little ones like this. Put more green on, so I'll get rid of this for a minute. This is going to be lovely. Can I have another piece of paper? This process, you can go on and on forever. Although it's called a monoprint, mono means one print. So each time you print, it's going to give a unique effect. But it doesn't mean you can't overprint. You'll just change the uniqueness to be some other uniqueness. So I'm now painting. I might wet that a little bit. I'm now putting the vase back in onto this one. Well, I've got my vase so far over there.
Oh, little lammies, I can hear crying.
Right, so I've got a nice jug there now. Here, put the nice jug on this one. I've painted on this side of my plate so that when I turn it over, it will come onto this side of my print. Like that.
So great. I love that. So would you go in there with a paintbrush and if you wanted
could come
to
back in and tighten things up.
tidy it up if you
Yeah.
want? So fun, isn't it?
It's fun. And you get lovely little textures, you get variations. I don't like this strong dark line, so I would come in with my little plate, which I really like that. I think I might put that up something else, I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll print onto this one. A little bit more water. They're getting messy, and see, a monoprint means one, which means you don't keep fiddling with it. And so you don't really want to overdo it. And that one's overdone. And this one might get very overdone, but we'll see. There's a little tiny bit of retarder in that paint,
In the spray.
in the spray, which stops it drying quite so much. Oh, that's better.
Cute. I might be taking that one home with me. What would you do for this gap here
Well, you could print into it,
if you wanted to, or it just doesn't matter?
or you could. There's my little one. I can take this off. Put something onto this one. I had a little gel plate. Oh, here it is. See, I'd quite like to break this, so I'm thinking I'll do some leaves so that I just break this black line. Just broken it a bit. Now I could also do that with a flower for you in that white patch, which you're worried about. So I'll put some pink.
It'd be a great one to do with some kids too, wouldn't it?
It's great fun to do with kids.
And you really get bang for your buck. Like you get a lot of colour on the page quite quickly.
Gel prints are fun because you can actually move it around quite easily.
I like that.
You can see how
Can we have something in here? So?
I've just come in. And I'll put a black dot in the middle of it. It needs a few.
And you just get them at an art shop?
Yeah, well, I actually made these ones, but you can just get them in.
How did you make them?
It's just glycerin and gelatin.
Oh, that's so good. This is not an activity for perfectionists, is it really?
No, it's not.
Or it'd probably be quite healthy just to let it all go and see where the chips fall or whatever the expression is.
Oh, didn't mean it to be square. Oh, don't like that now. So now I've got to do something to get rid of the square. I'm not quite sure what. I'll have to do another flower over that.
I'm going to leave you to keep fiddling with that one, Mum.
You what?
I'll stop recording now while you fiddle away and then we'll take a photo of the end product. This is so cool. And then we've got our other two ones here. This one, I love this big one actually. That's super cool.
So now you could come in with pastels. This is a great jumping off point. A lot of people would do this and then come in and when it's dry and work over the top with lots of things.
You could do the kind of base of a landscape as well and
You
then
could.
if you wanted to. What
What
do
I'm
I?
going
What do
to
I know?
do
I'll shut up
now-
now.
I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to paint some dots like this, so that it sort of breaks that line. And I'm going to print them off again, if you sort of know what I mean.
We'll see.
So if I do that, it just might look a bit more printed. No, it doesn't look any different. There, two parallel. And here it is. This was just a very quick exercise. You saw how fast it was. Look at my hands. I'm in a big mess. It's fun. It's great. You don't know what you're going to get. It's an accident. And these are 3 prints. Just show these. 3 that we took off the same variation.
I'll come around here. Sorry if anyone's feeling car sick at this point.
Now these could be a starting off point for you to come back in when they're dry. See these 2 here, any of them. When they're dry, you can come in with crayons, with paints. A monoprint can just be a jumping off point into something else, or it can be a unique work.
I just love them, Mum. Bags, this one. Okay, good one. Thanks, Mum.